Hi, this is Nathan Oxenfeld with Integral Eyesight Improvement. I'm coming to you today for our second vlog from Waikiki Beach, in downtown Honolulu, Oahu, Hawaii. Been spending the past couple weeks down here in Hawaii. It's been an amazing trip. I gave you a little glimpse in the first episode when I was preparing for the trip, and now this is the very end of the trip, and actually tomorrow I'm flying back home. But before I fly back home, I'm teaching a workshop, Yoga for Better Eyesight. I already taught the first one when I was on Kauai earlier this week, and it was a 3-hour workshop. It was a lot of fun. We had a group of people there in person, lots of people tuning in on Zoom. So that was actually the first time I've done like a hybrid event like that, combination of live in person and catering to people from all over the world on Zoom. There was people there from Canada, Australia, New Zealand. So it was a really interesting group. And similar thing here in Oahu tomorrow. It's going to be people there in person, but they're also live streaming it online. So we'll see who shows up. And yeah, this whole trip has just been really enlightening in the sense that it's really reconnected me with kind of what I was doing before the pandemic, going back to 2015 when I did my first cross-country book tour and drove all the way around the US, the mainland US, over 3 months, and was doing book signings and classes and workshops and talks. And then in 2017, going to Europe and doing vision walks there and meeting people from different countries who are interested in natural vision improvement. And in 2018, doing the East Coast and the Pacific Northwest and up to Canada and British Columbia. And even in 2019, in Australia, doing vision walks down there in New Zealand. And obviously the pandemic happened in 2020 and didn't really do much traveling or in-person work for pretty much 4 years, which, I was really grateful to be able to have the virtual option and working with people on Zoom and continuing to build things I had already started before the pandemic, like my YouTube channel and my podcasts and other projects like the documentary film, and just continuing to work with people on Zoom despite where they're located in the world. But the very end of 2024, I started actually doing more in-person work, starting with the AVE Vision Conference in upstate New York, followed by my teacher training gathering, and then leading into a vision retreat. And that was the first multi-night, multi-day vision retreat I had done since doing the one in Asheville in 2018, 2019. But speaking of the teacher training gathering, that was another big thing that I was working a lot on during the pandemic, and starting my own natural vision teacher training program. And proud to announce that I've actually certified my first 2 teachers who went through my 2-year teacher training program from 2022 to 2024. So that's something I'm super excited about to begin offering in 2025, is actually building a team and giving you the opportunity to work with not just me, but other vision teachers who have trained with me. So they're good. And so that's something I'm adding to my website, and really excited to be, giving people the option to work with multiple different people. And I've already started my next teacher training group. So there's just definitely way more people out there that need this kind of work, and lots of people who are interested in actually exploring this as a career option, kind of like I'm doing. So needless to say, I'm really grateful for this experience here in Hawaii to bring this work to a new state that I've never been to before, and to get to meet the people on the islands here and to learn a lot about Hawaiian history and culture. And it's just, once again, really energizing me and getting me excited to set up some more in-person events. I'm already thinking about setting some things up in Vermont, where I live, so you can stay tuned for that in case you want to come up to New England. I'm thinking maybe this fall, so you can check out the beautiful colors of the leaves, all the maple trees and everything. But as I kind of intended with this vlog, I not only want to give you, a glimpse into the life of a vision teacher, but also a chance to kind of keep you in the loop of different things that are coming up. One of which is actually this awesome workshop that's coming up right when I get home from Hawaii. The Color Lights World Project is sponsoring this next workshop. that I'm a part of on January 21st. So I'll be putting the link to that in the description as well, in case you want to learn about color therapy and light therapy. This one's specifically about how we can use color and light to help counteract different kinds of things like anxiety, depression, seasonal affect disorder. So that was a big reason why I actually came here in the winter from the Vermont winter where there's not much sun. I've been soaking in the sunlight here. Speaking of which, part of the other purpose of this vlog is to share tips and vision practices. So earlier today we were down at the beach and I filmed a short little instructional video about sunning because it was just so beautiful out there. I wanted to take advantage of that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut to that right now, give you a little vision tip, and I may also include a couple other just like great highlights from traveling through Hawaii over the past couple weeks, both on the ground and in the sky from some of the drone footage I got as well. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more of these vlog episodes all throughout 2025, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'm here at Waikiki Beach in Honolulu, Oahu, to demonstrate a quick vision improvement tip, variation on the sunning. The basic sunning, where you just close your eyes towards the sun. Even if it's behind a cloud, you still get the benefit. But if the cloud's about to move, give me some direct sunlight so I can demonstrate the strobing sunning. It's called strobing sunning because it almost kind of looks like a strobe light or a flickering light effect. So you do want to be careful. You probably don't want to do this if you're sensitive to flickering lights, or certainly not if you have epilepsy or things like that. But it's very simple. You spread your fingers and you wave them in front of your closed eyelids while the sun is landing on your closed eyes. And it's all about relaxation, so you don't want to be squinting or straining. So you keep your whole face relaxed, you close your eyes towards the sun, fingers spread, and you keep your hands pretty close to your face to create a shadow. If they're too far away from the face, it's going to be harder. You also don't have to move your hands very far. You keep them pretty concentrated in front of the eyes, and you can play around with the directions. You can go horizontally with your hands, you can go vertically, you can go diagonally, you can go same direction, opposite direction. Eventually you start to notice these patterns and colors begin to appear, especially when you relax into it. So I'm seeing not only the yellows and the golds from the sunlight, but I'm seeing blues and greens and reds and purples. And you can play around with the speed. So you can go really slow, if that's comfortable. You can go kind of medium. But my favorite is the fast. So really, really fast. And it's really important to balance it with the palming. So I'm going into palming to block all the light, or as much light as I can, so all those colors and patterns fade away until it's deep and dark and black. It might take a few seconds. You may even see some after images of the light, which is okay. But we can do a few. So I come back into the sunning and I'm doing my strobing, or maybe it feels better to just do the regular sunning for a round before you palm both eyes again. It's really good to alternate between the light and the dark. But what's amazing is that just doing this a few times for a few seconds and then turning around so the sun's behind you, when you blink your eyes back open and look around, you might actually notice a little bit of an improvement in either the color vision or even the clarity of your eyesight, which is why this is like one of my absolute favorite practices and something I do pretty much every day if possible. And like I said, even if it's overcast, you can still do it. You're not going to get the same exact effect. You might just do the basic sunning if it's cloudy. But when you've got the good sunlight, utilize it and just take it in little tiny doses. Definitely don't want to overdo it. So I usually just do it for about as long as I just did, maybe 1 or 2 minutes max. And then you can always come back and do some more. So hope you enjoy trying this out for yourself. Let me know if you have any questions about it or any feedback about your experience with the sunning or the strobing.